You're listening to Jaymie Icke on the Unreported Truth YouTube channel. Welcome. This video is going to be called Money Rules. Now, when you're talking to people who have not necessarily got into this kind of information before, one of the places that I like to start is imagine that every single decision that people in positions of power make, whether they be politicians, whether they be military, whether they be celebrities, etc., every decision that they make is money motivated. Just imagine that for a second. If money is your only option, money is your only goal, is your only target, then you're capable of anything. Simple as that. So let's go through that one by one. We're going to focus on politics to begin with, because they're the people that are supposedly in the positions of power, that make the decisions that affect our everyday lives, that affect the way we go about our lives and what we can do. So, first one, the big one at the moment is the NHS. It's something that's been brought up for the last 2 or 3 elections, and it's always a big topic for people because it's stuff that's very close to a lot of people's hearts, and it's a major topic. And you've got, one side says one thing, another side says the other thing. Now, nobody wants the NHS to be privatised and have a kind of similar healthcare system to that, like they have in America with insurance and all that. Quite rightly, it shouldn't be like that. You pay your taxes, you pay your national insurance for this. Now, ask the question, what does David Cameron, for example, gain from the NHS being privatised? Good question. Now, you're talking upward of 10 to 15 mainstream politicians, including cabinet ministers, that have shares and have equity in private healthcare firms. Would you believe that? Now, you can start to see what the motivation is for those people to privatise the NHS. They know full well the detrimental effect that will have on the people, on those that can't afford to have private medical care, those that can't afford to have health insurance. They know full well the detrimental effect that will have on them. Do they seem to care? Of course they don't. Because like I said, if money is your only motivation, all of a sudden you become capable of anything. And making a decision that affects someone else in a negative way, but it gains you money, that doesn't mean anything then, does it? That's just an everyday job. Right, next topic, arms deals. Now, I've had this conversation with some people I know. Now, I know a massive range of people from that really love the information, that really enjoy it, to people that never heard of it, to people that avidly hate it and avidly try and put you down when you talk about this kind of information. And I always find it quite interesting to talk to those people. I had a conversation a few months ago when the Israel-Gaza situation was at kind of full flow, and I was basically saying that it's an absolute disgrace what's happening. It's a disgrace that our governments, the American governments, have done absolutely nothing to even prevent it. And the response was something along the lines of, yeah, but it's profit. Arms are profit. We sell them arms, we get money. And I remember thinking, well, what? You could go and sell loads of heroin, it would make you loads of money. But would you do that? Of course you wouldn't. Some would, but of course you wouldn't, because you've got morals. You wouldn't do that. That would have a detrimental effect on someone's life. When we sell arms to Israel, what do we think they're going to do with them? Look back through history. What do you think they're going to do with them? But that, again, is coming from the attitude that money is the most important factor. If money is all you care about, then that's all that matters. Who cares what they do with them? Sell them. They've paid for them. Who cares if they go and kill loads of people? Now that is, unfortunate to say, and despicably, the attitude of the people in positions of power. They couldn't care less about you and I. They care about lining their own pockets and the pockets of those above them who are pulling their strings. I've got a list here of different things that more from the political side of different things that are money motivated and how they affect those people like me and you. You still, despite having many, absolute filthy rich billionaires and millionaires around the world, you have MPs claiming second houses, while you have people on the streets of London who don't have a bed, who don't have a warm place to go and sleep, no food, nothing to eat. I've been out in London today, and you see 5, 6, 7, 8 homeless people on one street. When you've got MP claiming expense scandals, claiming second houses, and they're the people that are supposedly in the positions of power that represent every one of us, represent that man on the street. Of course they don't. They represent the tiny 1%. They don't represent the 99%. And we've quite tragically been, brainwashed in a society that makes us think that that's just normal, and that we have no power and we can do nothing to change that, and that money is all that matters. Your success, your whole life is defined by money. Your job, are you successful? How much money have you got? What car do you drive? What house do you live in? How expensive was your wife's ring? Who cares? Who cares? Money, just like I said in a video the other day, I was talking about football, saying it should, and sport and things like that should enrich your life, not define them. Same with money. If you have money, great. It enriches your life. But when it defines it, when it's all that you care about, it's all that you think about, it's all that matters to you, you become a very sour and very unpleasant person. Because you'll stop at nothing to get what you want. And that is what the people in the positions of power and influence are. They are those people. They are people that only care about money and about profit. They don't care about you or I. And that's why, despite protests, despite marches, despite petitions, these endless things carry on. These endless wars, these endless pay cuts, these endless gas price rises, petrol prices rise. Hundreds and hundreds of old people die every year because they just can't afford to heat their homes. While again, there's people sat in mansions with billions of pounds. There's MPs claiming second houses. There's £1 million election campaigns going on, trying to get voters. We'll represent you, we'll do this, we'll do that. Well, they don't. How many times are we going to be sold a lie? How many times are we going to buy into this bullshit? This false messiah, this new person, it was Tony Blair, then it was Cameron, then it was Clegg, then it was Obama. How many times? If voting changed anything, they wouldn't let us do it. Pure and simple. Pure and simple. Thank you very much for listening to the video. And if I can say anything to end, it's when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will truly know what peace is. I don't know who that quote's by. I'm not going to claim it's mine because I know it's not, and you know it's not, I'm sure. Thanks very much for listening. If you want to get in touch, please do. It's Jaymie, Jaymie, at unreportedtruth.com. Great to talk to you, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye for now.